Hey team, this is Nathan from RunDreamAchieve.com. Today's topic, I wanted to go over a question I get often asked, and that is what to do a week before a marathon. And obviously, it's very easy to get hyped up and be excited for the week of your marathon. I know many of you have either trained for several weeks or several months leading up to your main goal race, whatever that is, whether that's the marathon or a 5K or 10K. And at this point, the best possible recommendations I can give to you is this: trust your training. There is nothing you can do at this point in terms of your physiological preparation, and getting excited is normal, but don't be so anxious and nervous that you're losing sleep and you're stressed out and worried about the race itself. Really, the hard work has already been put in. So the day of your marathon, the week of your marathon, that's really the time that you want to be excited. You want to be confident in what you've done leading up to this particular race that you're preparing for, and have confidence in that. Know that you've done everything possible in terms of your track sessions, your road workouts, your tempo runs, your fartlek workouts. And at this point, the hard work has been done. But some of the things that you can really do now in terms of leading up to your marathon race, the days leading up to it, it is making sure that you're getting as much sleep as you can the week of your race. Not necessarily so much the night before, even though obviously I would hope that you can get some sleep the night before, but it's normal for a lot of athletes, including myself over the years too, to have a hard time falling asleep the night before, because again, you're going over the race, you're rehearsing and trying to see yourself performing at the caliber of athlete that you've trained yourself to be. So do the very best you can to get as much sleep as you can the days leading up to your marathon. That's where it counts the most. And make sure you're hydrating well. You're getting, obviously, carb loading, making sure that you're getting enough glycogen storage as much as you can leading up to your goal marathon race as you can. Again, at this point, it's tough not to, your mind is going to be trying to rehearse the race as much as it possibly can. Do the very best you can just to stay calm, stay as relaxed as you can, and take confidence in the hard work that you've put in at this point. You know, I've had races over the years too where I really had to rely on the track sessions and the road sessions and the longer tempo runs, the faster long runs I was doing, as well as the easy, relaxed recovery runs I was doing leading up to my marathons. You know, just know that if you're several months out now from your main race, then make sure, again, as I talk about in other videos, make sure that you are preparing for your goal race pace so that you can get that race pace to feel more of a moderate type effort, like you're doing a tempo run rather than you're running a 5K or a 10K, you know, and make sure that you don't get so hyped up and focused on the mileage that you're putting in, and focus your attention on the quality of the training you're putting in rather than the quantity of the work that you're putting in. Because so many runners, we get so focused on how many kilometers a week we're running, how many miles a week we're running, and we don't focus so much on what percentage of our weekly volume have we been training at our goal race pace or below our goal race pace. That is what matters, the quality of the work you're doing rather than the quantity of the work you're doing, okay? If you had the option of doing 100 miles a week and missing your goals by several minutes in the marathon, or running 50 miles a week and setting a new huge personal best, which of the two would you choose? It's a very easy question to answer. You know, if it was me, I would be wanting to know, how can I do the least amount of work to get the highest return on my investment, rather than doing a ton of mileage and not getting close to the type of goal race time that I was going for. So again, rely on how you've set your training up. Preferably you've done a 12 to 16 week block of training. If your schedule doesn't permit you to train that long of a duration for your marathon, then at least get 8 weeks of solid, legit training in leading up to your main marathon race. Again, the things that you need to be focused on the week of the marathon is making sure that you get to wherever your location at, whatever hotel you're going to be staying at for your marathon, aim to get there at least a day before, preferably 2 days before your marathon. That way you can just get everything set out, make sure your race outfit is set out, and your bags are packed, your backpack is packed. Everything is in place well in advance so that you don't have to stress about, do I have my singlet? Do I have my shoes? That way, that's one less thing that's on your plate that you have to be stressing about. Another big thing I want you focused on, especially the morning of the race, is to make sure that you're eating your breakfast, preferably at a minimum 2 hours before the marathon, preferably 3 hours before the marathon. Again, the reason behind this is because you do not want to have to ruin your race time by having to jump in a porta-john the morning of the race. So a lot of athletes deal with digestion problems the morning of the race, either through nerves, or maybe they ate breakfast an hour before the race start, or an hour and a half before the race start. Don't make that mistake. Make sure that you're eating your breakfast 2 hours minimum, 3 hours preferably. That way you have sufficient time for your body to digest that food, and you're not going to be in the middle of your race and then have to jump on a porta-john for 2 to 3 minutes and then have to jump out, try to react, and try to get back into the race. You do not want to do this, because I made this mistake in 2011 at the monumental Indianapolis Marathon. I more than likely probably would have ran around 2:21 to 2:23 for the race. I ended up running 2:26:43, finishing in 5th place. But at mile 17, I was running with the lead Kenyans and I had to jump in a porta-john at around, it was around mile 17, mile 18. So again, I ate breakfast around an hour and 45 minutes to around 2 hours. What I really should have done was gotten up about 3 hours prior to race start, had breakfast, had plenty of time to digest that food and not have to worry about that in the race. So don't make that mistake. Make sure that you're eating breakfast well in advance of the start time of the race. Another key thing to keep in mind in terms of what to do the week of a marathon is to make sure that you stay calm, stay cool, stay relaxed. Again, the morning of the race, let the other athletes around you be stressed out, tense, and worried about their race and concerned about how, it's normal to have a little bit of nerves and to be a little bit nervous the morning of the race, but again, take confidence in the hard work that you've put in. You've spent anywhere from 8 to 16 weeks of your life preparing for your marathon. The morning of the race, especially even the week of the race, just stay calm and cool and collected the morning of the race. And especially once you get in the race, your body will tense up. Your facial muscles are usually the first to tense up. Your shoulders sometimes start to rise. That is the time to consciously tell yourself to stay in control. I'm relaxed. I'm confident. I've put in the work. Tell yourself this, whatever you have to tell yourself consciously, to stay calm and to lessen the amount of either mental or physical tension that your body's feeling. The best performing athletes are always the most relaxed athlete. If you ever watch the world-class sprinters, world-class middle to long distance runners, they always stay relaxed. They always are in control. So make sure you're doing that as well. So I hope this short video is helpful for you. If you have any other questions in regards to what you need to be doing the week of your race, let me know in the comment section below. Also, one last thing I want to leave you with is all of my training plans and running courses. I always talk about doing a 5K or 3 mile run at goal marathon race pace 4 days out from your main marathon. That is the last workout I have my athletes do. And then after that workout, you shut it down. It's really just a 1 mile warm up, 3 miles at goal marathon race pace, 1 mile cool down. And that's done 4 days out from a main marathon. And then the following 3 days leading up to the race is just easy jogging. Because again, that last 3 mile effort is the last reminder that we give to the body, just to stress it one last time and to remind it of what we've trained it to do. So that's the last tip I want to leave you with, is do 1 3 mile effort at goal race pace 4 days out from your main marathon. Again, if you get any of my training plans or you invest in yourself in the running courses, the running courses all end with a 16-week block of training. The courses are different than the training plans because the courses are much more in depth, where we go in video tutorials on specific areas of your event, what you need to be thinking about, mental as well as physical training, and then it ends with a 16-week block of training. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Give me a like, share this video with as many athletes and non-athletes, people that are just getting into the sport as you can. It helps more people see these videos. I appreciate your support of RunDreamAchieve.com, and I will talk to you in the next video.